All right, all right. Heart beats. This is Sharon, the Heart Lady. You already know. And I'm bringing to you another very special episode with, another very special guest. All of them are special because they really are special because they want to help take care of you. They want you to learn some holistic ways on how to live healthier, happier, more loving, longer, and quality. And so I have to with me today, sharing with you, Dr. Gillian Davis, known as Dr. Geeeog.
Me.
She's an art educator, she's a naturopath, and she's going to talk about how she balances her skills and her vision for the community. So, welcome, welcome, Dr. G.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is a pleasure to be here with you,
All right.
Queen.
No problem, darling. So, we met at um at a farmer's market. Uh, what would you call that, Dr. G? Um,
It was a farmer's market. Yeah, that's
the
what it was. It
Jonesboro
was a
Farmers Market, where
Jonesboro Lee
that's
Street
right.
farmer's market.
Yes,
hmm
and we were it's for vendors and for people to come and buy goods and so forth. So we got to talking, and she has products and two lovely girls that I had met, and we just said, I saw what she was doing was very interesting, and I wanted her to share that with you. So tell us a little bit about what you do as an art educator first.
Awesome. So, being that I was in my 20s to
Mhm.
pursue naturopathic medicine, because that's what I really wanted to, I decided I was going to follow my other calling of being an educator. And I've always been passionate about art. So I infused art into everything that I did. Now that led me to being in the classroom for a total of 21 years. And I've had to advocate for the importance of art as a tool for actually teaching everything else.
Mm.
And I saw that art was very healing. And so I made sure that I intentionally use art as I educated children to heal them academically and also to heal them emotionally. I saw the power of art and I use it.
I totally agree. And thank you for your years of service and making a
Thank
difference
you.
in these young children and now young adults' ages. How did art help them academically?
Well, if for instance, if you're teaching a math skill like geometry
Yes.
or like symmetry,
Mhm.
it's hard. Those words are big and they're abstract. But then if you bring in a butterfly and you have them draw a butterfly, color a butterfly, they are tapping into the understanding of it at a heart level. Okay, heart lady, I know you get that. They're tapping into that at a heart level. Now, once you get that information from the head to the heart, then that child is, I'm going to put it this way, they are healed from the ignorance, for instance, of what symmetry is. So healing is not just you go to the doctor and the doctor fixes you up, or you go to a chiropractor and they heal your
Yeah.
bones. But healing could also be when a key, when that you're in darkness and the darkness becomes light
I get it.
and you're
I
set
get it.
free from the ignorance that you once had. Now you're free now to move on to the next level.
I
And
get it. It
yes,
seems as though you're saying that when you're using the term free, I'm interpreting it as that they're opening their creativity and they're getting ready to, and they align with the symmetric, the geometric lines. And now it is having a more clearer a
Yes.
vivid way of learning and understanding that
Yes.
this is how you know, a triangle, and don't get me started on geometry and the different
Right.
angles and so forth. But as you're drawing something like a butterfly, you now can make the connection.
You can
And
say, oh, that's why it's big, a big circle over here. And
mhm,
yeah, what am I going to put over there? Another big circle.
mhm,
Okay, there's a little dot over there on the left side. So about an inch from the edge. So you're starting to have them really tap into that understanding. Oh, I know what to do. I can put the same thing on that side so that it balances. So you can never
absolutely.
take that knowledge now away from a child because they were able to understand it on a more deep,
Yeah, and it makes sense. And then when the
teaching them
terminology,
symmetry means horizontal. Right.
yes, that's what I was going to say. So when the terminology comes around, they now can just see it and better get an understanding of it.
Yes.
Perfect. So, so tell us a little bit more how art can help with emotional healing.
Right. So a lot of our emotions are trapped in very, very deep places. Art is more playful and art makes you feel safe. And when you are safe, you are able to look into the little box that you've hidden these painful memories in. So
Mm,
art gives you that confidence and it gives you that safety net that you feel that you have the courage to dare take a peek into how I feel. So then you take that little peek now, it even boosts your confidence even more. Then you take a little peek, then you take a little peek. Then as you're drawing, you're able to express what you are feeling, allowing all of those painful things that are trapped there to come out.
mm,
And that's what we want. We don't want
yeah.
things to be trapped, we want them out.
And I think
And
people also think that the art therapy is more for children. However, I've seen it being very effective for adults. And I
yes,
think
I
that's
use it for
why
adults
adult
as well.
adult coloring books have come out. And I
Yes,
actually use it in my office for when people like to doodle, because it also helps them to think and to tap in. But
yes,
I've seen it a lot where children can express themselves and draw a picture of their family or draw a picture of their fears. And the colors and the shapes also give the therapist or the practitioner indication of what's going on in their mind, or that what
correct,
they won't say.
correct. And so one of the things I've done this year is to I created a coloring book.
Mm,
I did exactly that. And I had an art therapy session. I don't call it art therapy because these things you have to have certification for this and that and that.
mhm.
I call it art is therapy.
Art in
So
therapy.
the guests came in and we played some nice relaxing music and they colored. Some of them did freestyle and some of them colored within the um, designs that I had for them. So
Oh,
you're absolutely right.
good. Thank you. I think that's important that our viewers and listeners understand that the way to heal or to be able to get a deeper understanding of yourself, there are various modalities. And I encourage my viewers to check out some of these, because you never realize what resonates with you. And so this is why I
Correct.
love to interview various practitioners, because we are all here for the same purpose, but we
Yes.
learn differently. We resonate with on different vibrations,
Different.
different
Yes.
frequencies. And so it's what you're attracted to. So thank you for sharing that. Tell me a little bit about your journey towards being a naturopath.
Well, when I was little, the older people always used herbal medicine for different purposes, whether it was a poultice or whether it was your Saturday bitters, they always used it. And,
Absolutely. Even
and
pee.
that stuck
Do you
with
remember
me.
that? Even your urine.
Hmm?
I said, do you remember that?
Yes,
Even your urine.
yes, yes, I saw it. And some of us shook a stick at it, like, "Mm." And then it
Dr. G,
does.
I want you to stick
But
a pin right. I want you to stick a pin right there, and because I know people are curious because you have such a beautiful accent, and tell us a little bit about because that will also let people understand part of that travel, how you know more about the herbs and so forth. So tell us the location of your birth.
I am from Guyana, Guyana, South America. And yes, Guyana is the West Indian. Guyana is the Caribbean. Guyana is like a big mama of the Caribbean, and she's staying there, and that energy is there. And we could talk about Jamaica too. Jamaica is like the big papa.
All right.
We can go there. We can
Big
go
up
there.
Jamaica.
But
Bra,
it seems like Guyana and Jamaica have merge forces, and that's how I feel on an energy level. And all the other Caribbean islands are in between. It's almost like it's a family. We can talk about that, but I want to focus on your question.
Thank you.
So I'm from Guyana, South America. I'm from the East Coast, from a small village called Good for Wacting, and it's next, and most people would know Pleasance, but that's where I'm from.
Right.
And I left there when I was 17 to come to the United States.
All right. And so hence your journey into
Yes.
naturopath? Mm-hmm.
Yes. So then when I came here, I wanted to be a doctor. That's usually what people, I've always been into the sciences, so they'll gravitate you, doctor, doctor. They paint you with a broad brush. But then when I saw the medical system here, I decided I don't want just to be a regular, because I couldn't follow that track, and because I had to stop my schooling sooner than I wanted to. So I became a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
But while I did that, I took courses one by one, two by two, three by three, until I received everything that I felt was going to give me the groundedness as a regular doctor, naturopathic doctor, which
Okay.
included massage therapy, herbology, reflexology,
Mm-hmm.
um, you name it. I probably have done one of the therapies: acupressure, Thai massage, Ayurveda, and doctorate in metaphysics, where I am able to work with more on an energy level with people and understand the connection that we have, no
Mm-hmm.
matter our culture or our creed.
Absolutely. Wow. That is a wealth of learning and actually working and healing. And I love it because with those different modalities, as I was talking about earlier, is that maybe massage is not for everyone, or maybe is not is could be contraindicated at that particular time. So then
Time,
you go to a different modality.
yes,
People, you may know that they need some acupressure because you already know as an energy healer that there is blockage in this particular area. And knowing the anatomy, we know where we can do the pressure so that it radiates to also and stimulates where it needs to in order to help the healing. So
yes,
this, all right, heartbeats. You know who to go to. You get a comprehensive outlook with the wealth of knowledge and education and the expertise on working with clients. So you became a naturopath doctor. Tell us how you use it in particular with your clients. If so, let me put it this way: if I were coming to visit you, um, and what would a day look like? What would a visit look like? A session look like?
well, on the journey to coming to me, this person would have felt the need that they're ready for a massive change in their life. And that is how I that is how I have been prepared for my specific ministry, as I call it,
Mm-hmm.
I do not work with people who are playing, you are not ready for a shift in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why a lot of my clients will have already felt that need that they need to change, and they are ready. They
Yeah.
are ready to make that their priority.
Yeah.
So then when they come, I will usually do a lot of listening. I will listen to their diet, their lifestyle. I will listen to experiences that they've had, and that will help me along with my spiritual intuition. And uh, um, I will have them complete an intake form, right? And I will also be listening to form composite of what is really going on, what is the root.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will then put together a prescription of just like a medical doctor, but I'm not. I'm the complementary. So then I will recommend what I would suggest. Is it Reiki? Is it massage? Or is it nothing? Maybe that person needs to go back home and do some journaling or some meditations. As a result, I have not based my business on per se becoming wealthy off of it. If I do so, I do so. But to give the client what they need and not what would be more financially beneficial to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then clients will agree or disagree. I want this or I don't want this. And based on ethics and based on intuition, I will proceed.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the session is very intuitive because in working with the clients, for example, with massage, energetically wise, I'm listening for, you say you come in, you have a neck, shoulder issue, but lower back may need a certain type of pressure or stimulation. I will notify the client and work on that area. Very intuitive. I am so good at what I do that my clients don't come back. Many times they'll come back every 2 months, which means, or every month.
Yeah.
There are some who will come once a week or
Mm-hmm.
once every other week, but
Yeah.
many clients will come back once per month,
I'm glad you
uh,
said that, Dr. G,
or once
because
every 2 months.
yeah,
And
I'm glad.
I had to be shown that that is not, it's not that you are, it's not bad, it's good. It's good. And leave them. That's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah, I agree, Dr. G. I think that it's a compliment when they feel good enough, not saying they don't come. A lot of practitioners don't realize that that's our job.
Yes,
Some will say when I hear that someone is in therapy or doing something for years, I'm like looking side eye, right? Because our goal, as I told the client just yesterday, my goal is for you to be able to understand what's going on. I'm here to help facilitate and support, but ultimately, I want you to learn how to take care of yourself using some of the modalities if it can be self-administered that way. And once they get through and understand the challenges, then they come to us for maintenance.
correct.
Sometimes, depending on what the challenge is, they may have to see us weekly or every 2 weeks for X amount of time. But the main goal is to wean them off. They learn how to take care of
Yes,
themselves, and then they come to us for maintenance. And also on
yes,
that note, a lot of clients don't recognize that it's a continuum. When things happen, you try to go back to what you've learned, and if it doesn't work, you come back. It's a continuum because there are always different things. It's like with the body when people come and they're talking about weight loss, right? And
mm-hmm.
they start losing these pounds, and they've been doing this exercise and they've been doing this routine over and over and over again, and then they come and say, it stopped. I can't lose any weight no matter what I'm doing. It just stopped. That means they've reached their
Right.
peak. The body here says, okay, I got this. And
Mm-hmm.
now, if you want to lose some more, you're going to have to change up your routine. Variety
Yes,
is so important. You can't just keep on doing this because your body is used to it. Those
Yes.
muscles, you know more than I, those muscles are used to that stretch, used to that pull, and they
Yes.
have reached their peak.
Yes.
And
Because they
now,
carry memory. Yes.
that's right. They can, just like what they say, if you haven't ridden a bike for years, you should be able to get back on. Your muscle memory will kick in. So I'm glad that you said that it's not about saying, oh, you can do this, do this, do this, and it and keep them coming just because of the love of money. So when you say that, I understand your heart. Your heart is full of integrity and that it is for the client's best interest. And so I want to thank you again and recognize so that people understand that you shouldn't have to keep on going back regularly until after the crisis. After the crisis, learn it for yourself what you need, and then come back for maintenance. And depending on what the practitioner may suggest, once a month, every quarter, once a year, but there should be maintenance. Even in what I do working with couples, they think that they should come and have some therapy or coaching around their communication and around the issues that they have in their relationships, but they come when the challenges are peaked, and or they come and the challenge is over, they've worked through that, and then they don't come back, and then something else comes up. So it's good for maintenance. Just whether in you're a good relationship, there's always things that you can enhance, and so coming back is an enhancement, and giving you even
Correct.
more tools to stay in your highest self. So thank you for that. All right, so tell me a little bit about how you balance your skills and your vision for our community.
Okay. So my business is called Good Prana. Is an ancient Ayurvedic or Indian word meaning life force, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same life force that you would be working with if you're working with energy and checking to see where there's blockages, chakras, all that stuff. In the Christian faith, which many people are a part of, it's called the breath of life. It surrounds all of us. Now, I've taken that word and I was inspired when I was in massage school that word prana, because I was looking at how do you create balance then? Because I'm a mom at the time, wife at the time, and so many other things, daughter, mother, everything, daughter, sister, everything. And I'm like, how do I balance? And I said, well, I want this business to and so I thought of P for parenting, because I said, well, what are some words, some key words people could hold on to, no matter culture, creed, religion.
Yes, right.
And I got P for parenting, R for relationships, A for ascension, N for nation building, and A for affluence.
Oh, I love that.
Your life force, but you're also taking these 5 keys that you can go back to your home and practice good prana in your home, in yourself. First, start with yourself and in your community.
Yeah.
And so I start by being an example of good prana. So if I see blockages in parents, oh, that'll pass. No, I honestly face the situation and I seek spiritually, or I pray. Some people say I seek as to how can I improve this? And I trust my source. I trust that I'm getting truth.
Yes.
Because I've built this culture of truth, honesty, and integrity around me. So that's another way to create balance. Whatever you build around you, that is what's going to feed you. Whatever you put in your refrigerator and your pantry, that's what's there to eat, baby. So we have to intentionally cultivate these things in our lives. Cultivate good parenting, cultivate good serving your higher good. You know, ask that relationship to leave without stepping on someone's toes. Do things with integrity. Because number 3, okay, acknowledging karma. These are some ways that I balance myself.
Mm,
I balance my vision
mm,
for the community. So I will go over it again. Good parenting,
mm-hmm.
good relationships,
Relationships. Mm-hmm.
good ascension. You should
Ascension.
always seeking to be better and better the next day.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what your religion is, it's not true that one religion is the only religion getting you into heaven. I'm sorry, people will hear this interview and they will just
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm
I
with
have
you.
had to come to that point where I had to tell the truth as
Yeah.
I've been shown.
Sure.
And
Absolutely.
it's not been easy
Yes.
to face your fears with
Yes.
courage and to say, I'm sorry, I didn't believe this as a child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it now.
Absolutely.
I've seen too much to know
Mm-hmm.
that there are good people of all walks of life. And
Absolutely.
in all walks of life, in
Yes.
all races, there are also very negative
Negative.
people.
Absolutely. Yes.
So, ascension, nation building,
Yes.
no man is an island. We should strive to work in harmony with the community we've been placed in.
Yes.
And wealth is not a sin, and the greatest wealth is health.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely am aligned with prana. I honor the definition, your personal definition of prana. I love it and I honor
Thank you.
prana as the force of life. I love this. I really, really love. I had no idea. I love this. I hope
Thank
you
you.
are getting the affluence that we are providing here today.
Yes, wealth is not a
Prana,
thing.
prana,
It's
prana.
good.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And and a little caveat, parenting is not necessarily if you've had your own bio children.
Yes, thank you for
Parenting,
saying that.
yeah. Would you like to
Everyone,
expand upon that?
thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt you though.
No, I'm asking you, go ahead and expand
Yes,
upon that.
ma'am. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because in each of those words, I have a premise that I based it on. So with parenting, everyone is a parent because everyone is a leader. And once someone is looking up to you, you are parenting that person, whether you know it or accept it or not.
That's right. That's right. Parenting to siblings, parenting to nieces, cousins, parenting as a teacher to children,
Yes,
parenting as a mentor. All of
yes,
that is part
it's
of
parenting.
parenting. Yes. All right. We are on definitely the same page. So before we get
Yes.
to end, a couple of things. I'm going to ask you again, but before viewers tune out, how do we get in contact with you? And I'll also post it as well. But tell us, how do we contact you?
Thank you. So the main way to contact me is Instagram at Dr. Gillian Davis. DrGillian Davis. That's the best way, because once you go there, you will see in my bio all of my other links.
Beautiful. Perfectly said. Thank you for that. And, as the heart lady, I do have to ask you, how do you take care of your heart? What do you do physically to take care of your heart?
Awesome. So what I do physically, I make sure that I exercise at least 3 days a week, and I go with what my body is calling for.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I watch what my body is telling me it does not like to eat. I've had to work hard at being obedient to that because my heart has shown me I need to follow a vegan diet. So vegan nutrition, and that is because not everyone's heart can handle the same kind of nourishment.
Absolutely. Good. Thank
Not
you
that
for that.
one is this someone. No, my specific heart cannot certain things.
Right.
So that's what I do physically.
And emotionally?
Emotionally, I do an inventory, a daily inventory, an hourly inventory on how I'm feeling.
Hourly. Wow.
Yes,
That's impressive.
I say hourly because It can happen anytime. I keep track. I don't mess with it.
Yes.
I keep track of how I'm,
And
I take notes. And however I'm feeling, if I see patterns being repeated, I seek out spiritually. Or some people say pray, some say ask. But
yes.
I ask my spirit guide, otherwise
Yes.
known as angel, otherwise known as, I say, what should I do?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm literally told what I should do. And then I'll test it about 3 times
Mm-hmm.
to see if it was just my wishful imagination,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's the truth, if it's true intuition coming in, and I follow it.
Can I
I
ask, how do you test it?
Okay. For instance, if I'm told, you were, because you always start with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Always start with yourself in a situation. Say, was I wrong in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
And then I might be told, I might say, I'm giving you the negative first. I might say, no, I wasn't wrong. I was not wrong.
Ego, okay.
And then I would hear, you were wrong.
Mm.
And then I might say, I'm going to test it. And then I might be just minding my own business. And then I'll be reminded of something that happened to me where I was in the flip situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be proof. Usually I don't wait for 3 because I used to, but now I've become more confident that when you're told that one time, you best believe it and stop questioning like
Yeah,
you're a child. So I've
absolutely.
grown spiritually. But when it's more complicated, I will wait, or I will say, I'm sorry. This one might shock people.
Okay.
I will go to the Bible.
Yes.
I will go to any book actually,
Yes.
but I'm gonna use a standard. I'll go to the Bible and I'll say, Holy Spirit, because that's the word I'm using at the time. I
Mm-hmm.
might say Spirit guide. I might say, Holy Spirit, please show me the answer. And I open it and it's right there. It'll confirm.
That's right. Yeah. It reminds me of a little story really quickly, the viewer's heart beats. Um, my daughter the other day was conflicted on a decision. And so she came to me and we did an exercise around that so she can get clarity. She had asked for a sign, and I asked her what was the sign, and she said it was a red robin. And so she says that if she asked for 3 signs and she got all 3 signs. So when she got the first 2, she got immediately because she asked, can I get can I get what I needed by 8 p.m.? And as soon as we finished the exercise, she got the call. So that was one confirmation. Then she asked for it to come easily and effortlessly, and it came earlier in the morning and got what she wanted easily and effortlessly. So that means she didn't ask for it, just came. The third sign was the red robin. And so her daughter, she has 2 daughters, and one daughter who was living with her, the other daughter was in college. So the one in college sent a picture of a red robin to her sister, and her sister came to my daughter, her mother, and said, look at this red robin. And she said, red robin? And so she called me. Guess what? I seen all 3 signs. I seen the red robin. And guess who showed me the red robin? I said, you asked for it. We didn't ask for it in a particular way, but it showed up for you. And she was still conflicted. Guess what?
See?
She got another picture of a red robin. I said, so why are you not trusting the process? Don't play with the universe. If you're asking
Yes.
and you receive, why are you questioning?
Yes.
Trust the process, trust your
Yes.
intuition. And the more you
Trust.
do this, you will not
Trust.
have to ask for three things. You will ask for one and know that this is the right decision. And so I resonate with your story, going 3 times and understanding that, hey, it showed you twice. Why are you questioning? So heartbeats, if you're
Why?
asking for something and it shows up, even if you don't want it
Yes.
that way, trust the
Yes.
process, right?
Yes.
And lastly,
Yes.
Dr. G, I can, we all can probably guess what you do spiritually for your heart, but I'm gonna end with that. What do you do spiritually for your heart?
Well, one of the things I do spiritually for my heart is definitely several things. It's not just one. One of them is daily meditation. I get in the morning and I meditate. I lie there. I do not, you can sit if you want. I sit sometimes, but anyone take that away from me. And I'm shown the truth. I'm shown the truth about things. Now, with your heart, remember, your heart does a lot. Your heart is physical, but just like how it's physical, it has a spiritual counterpart
Yes.
that's doing the exact same thing for your spiritual body or your energetic body.
Mm.
If you ignore certain things on the physical, you will be ignoring things on the spiritual.
Mm.
If you ignore it on the spiritual, you will ignore it on the physical.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Important for the flow because the heart governs the flow of everything else around.
Absolutely.
So if you are being shown, if I'm shown affecting that flow, I no longer try with my own physical ideals. I've been shown how to not try to fix things every time. I now try people's things. So this what I'm about to say. I'm gonna have to slow it down to get it out.
Okay.
This time I'm calling on Prana, the air. Right. In, out. Everything's flowing. And there's no rush. So I stop taking, I accept my limitations. I learn to recognize when something is coming from within me. It is coming from outside of me. In tapping into your spirit guide or whatever it is guiding you, you have to develop that trust when they confirm to you, well, yeah, it's coming from you with some unresolved issues. We need to resolve it here. So I do that. Or it's coming from that source over there. I'm always asking, what should I do? I've taken ego, I've put it to the side.
Mm. Mm.
I say a lot, what should I do? Like a child, what should I do? And I'm told, don't do nothing yet.
Mm-hmm.
I might be told, send it 8 o'clock.
Mm.
If I'm about to send a text and I hear Gillian in the day, I will hear my whole name. Once I hear my whole name, that's usually confirmation. Do not. And it's not a visible voice. It's
An
not
audible.
a voice. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure other people might experience that, and I don't shake it.
Yes.
For me, it's more of a spiritual ability for a higher source to communicate with you in English.
Yes.
In the vernacular that we have, whatever is your vernacular,
That's
whatever
right.
is your language, it will communicate with you. It'll sound like you, but it's not you because you would have never come up with something like that, and you know that.
Yes. Yeah.
So honesty is the best policy.
All right.
When you are shown, finally, when you're shown, because this is important, when you're shown, there's an adage that's being said a lot now. When someone show you who they are, believe them.
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
That must have, I've never heard it before about 3 months ago. And
Oh, really? Mm.
yes, when someone show you who they are, believe them.
Yes, 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 yes. I often say that adage as well. Thank you for sharing that. That was just so you. I mean,
Thank
because it
you.
was really just beautifully well said. I didn't get the regular answers that I get sometimes from the guests, maybe things that they feel like they're supposed to say, but you really, really spoke your truth, and I can see
Thank
that
you.
that is you. So I want to
Yes.
end by, of course, complimenting those earrings. I see the artwork in the earrings. You know I'm
Yes.
coming for them.
Yes.
All right. So heartbeats. I hope that you really got prana, that you understand the essence of parenting, the essence of relationships, particularly with yourself, and really checking in with yourself as often as you can. What ascension means, elevating yourself, always learning, and what nation building is. Whatever you see your purpose is, wherever you work, whether it's from the street cleaner to the corporate leader, that you are ascending. And then, of course, understanding that affluence is not just about the currency, outward currency, paper money or money in the bank, and now it's Bitcoin, but affluence is the wealth of your health and how you are taking care of yourself. So I hope I gave prana justice for you. And
You did. You
heartbeats,
did. You did.
stay tuned. Check out The Heart Lady, and I'll leave my other links down below. All right, y'all have a beautiful heartbeat moment.
Awesome.